Welcome to Happy Gaijin, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great week. Middle of the week. Crazy how time flies. Middle of the week already. I just want to check that everything is working, that you can hear me. I don't have any music in the background. Maybe I should put a little bit of music in the background. I don't know. Where's the music gone? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nathan, Ninja Monkey, Happy Gaijin. And I do weekly live streams talking about Japan travel, helping you out with your Japan trips, or just helping you get over your Japan blues if you've just returned from from a trip. Seems to be one of the main things that we do here. So, yeah, okay, let's put on some music. Hopefully, you could hear the music more or less. So yeah, as always, let's see who's here. And I have something very special today. I, I want to tease you. I received and I took off all the labels so that there's no addresses showing. I received a package from Japan Ichiban, one of my mods, and then I'm looking forward to opening it. It's been sitting on my house since yesterday when I got it, and it's been really difficult and very tempting to open, but I've resisted, and I have no idea what it is. Any clues? Any clues? I don't know. No idea. No, seriously. Anybody have any idea of what what this might be? Your guesses, by the way. What are your guesses? Awesome. I'm gonna open it in a few minutes' time. But let's start off with JJI. Good evening, everyone from sunny UK. Nice. It's been so freaking hot in Gibraltar already. I feel like summer has come and there's no escaping it anymore. What's the weather forecast for the next few days here in Gibraltar? We're going to be having 24, 25, 26, that kind of weather, basically. And it's just going to be up from there. So awesome. So why did I call it the countdown? I called it the countdown because I'm going to Japan in 3 weeks and 6 days, 3 weeks and 5 days time. So I just wanted to let you know that this is probably going to be the last stream on a Wednesday, just because I do need to start focusing on my trip, and Wednesdays is probably going to be the day that I actually sit down and work on my itinerary and maybe work on some other content. So just letting you know, Sunday stream will continue, and this Wednesday stream will probably I mean, basically I'm not committing. It might still happen. It might be surprise, I'm here, that sort of thing. But ultimately I will be streaming when I'm in Japan. So the sacrifice of not streaming once a week on this channel for the next 3 weeks or so will be the fact that when I get to Japan, I will be streaming quite often, probably 3-4 times a week, maybe 5 times a week or whatever. I do love streaming in real life. It's a whole other thing. I'm much better at this show though. I always make loads of mistakes when I am when I am streaming in real life. So yeah, hold on a second. All right, so let's see who else is here. Sorry, I'm talking a little bit too much today by myself. Bojo Pigeon, howdy. How are you doing, Bojo? Nice to have you here. Ingo UK. Yahoo! 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 Awesome. Hey, Philippe, how are you doing, my friend? Thanks for being here. Behold, the show is about to begin. It's already here. It's already started. Banana Rain. What do you think of my Banana Rain? I like my Banana Rain. It's banana time. Saika, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. I'm glad the sound's okay. Back in the clay is here also. You can hear me. I'm glad. Banana. Baba. No. Ba 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 ba. Bebe. Let's see. Well, awesome. You. What do you get him? We'll find out now. Tokyo apples. I don't know. Slightly smaller box inside, probably. Nice, nice, nice. Sunny afternoon in LA. It's a mini PC. It's an Android device. What is it? It's a secret. It's a secret. No more secrets. How is it going? Only one nights. Hey Gerald, how you doing? Babana, Babana. I was like, what? Babana. Um, so yeah, I'll be in Japan in about 3 weeks and 6 days, or 3 weeks and 5 days, or whatever. Well, that's when I start heading over, and I'll be in Japan for 6 weeks. So I do have a few things to sort out whilst before the trip. For example, I will have to slow down my schedules for Ninja Monkey. I will be working on some videos from now in the next 3 weeks so that I have a video to post every 2 to 3 weeks whilst I am in Japan. So I have one video going out this weekend, or maybe possibly tomorrow, a little bit earlier than my normal schedule. And that's an Akihabara intro to Akihabara, basically for noobs, for newbies, for beginners. There's a lot of people who are not otakus. There's a lot of people who just simply want to go to the different areas of Japan, of Tokyo, sorry, I mean. And and this is a little bit of a very, very simple area guide. If you're a sort of somebody who just wants to explore an area and wants to know what there is to do and not really dive deep and spend like a whole day in Akihabara, which you could spend more than one day, by the way, in Aki, this guide is going to be for you. It's just going to highlight 8 or 9 things that you'll be able to do in Akihabara, like that's like beginner friendly, nothing too heavy or serious. And that video is actually already live as in the previous state. I am already tweaking it. It's going to be a little bit different when it goes out, but there is a draft version for my top tier patron. So if you are a top tier patron, you will have access to that video in the Patreon tab in the Discord, and you'll also have access to that video in Patreon, basically. So yeah, check it out. If you're a patron and you're Epic member patron, then you can go and you can check it out before it goes live, which will probably be in the next 24 hours. So you have 24 hours early access. More bananas. I don't know. Nathan, I wrote JJI on the back. Yes, I did. It's there. I saw it. I saw it straight away. JJI. Awesome. I did see it. I did see it. 6 weeks, yeah. It's gonna be quite an interesting 6 weeks. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be less busy than my last trip. Last year was very busy. I think I did 23 or 24 hotels, around that, in 6 weeks. This time I'm down to about 14 or 15 hotels, I believe, in those 6 weeks. So it's going to be a little bit better paced, but at the same time there's going to be a lot more traveling. Last year I did a lot of Tohoku and a lot of Matsuris and a lot of like staying only one night in a place. This year I'm even flying within Japan. Since the Japan Rail Pass has changed, I am exploring the art of flying around Japan. So one of the things I'll be doing is I'll be flying to Okinawa. Obviously, I'm not going to use a JR Pass for Okinawa, but I'll be flying to Okinawa from Tokyo, and then from Okinawa I'll be flying to Kyushu, where I'll be exploring parts of Kyushu, and then I'll be going from Kyushu flying to Osaka. So it's going to be a little bit of a different sort of trip for me. I'm used to using the JR Pass and using the train so much. That's not to say that I won't be training. I'll be using lots of trains all the way from Tokyo to Mie, to Mie Shrine. I'll be using lots of trains, so don't worry. And within Kyushu, I'll be using trains. I'll probably be getting the Kyushu regional pass. I need to figure that out. That's why I need some time on the Wednesdays to sit down and figure out the last bits. I am so excited too. Yeah. Actually, the first flight to Okinawa, I'm using Anna. It was a little bit, I wouldn't say it was super expensive, but it's one of the more expensive flights, just because I wanted to arrive in Okinawa as early as I could in the day so that I could make the use of the day, and then from there afterwards I fly with Peach. It's going to be the first time I fly with Peach, and I'm going to be flying Peach Airways twice, I think. So I'll be flying from Okinawa to Kyushu, and then I'll be flying from Kyushu back to Tokyo or to Osaka, if I remember right. So it's going to be quite interesting. I really want to know how you strategically pack for trips like that with 14 to 23 hotels. My goodness. Yeah, I think I've sort of figured out a few important tips for traveling a long time. And I think that my rule is, if you're going to be traveling for a week, pack for 5 days. If you're going to be traveling for 2 weeks, pack for 10 days. And if you're going to be traveling more than 2 weeks, for example, 3, 4, 5, or 6 weeks, then pack for 2 weeks, but do laundry and make sure that you schedule in those laundry days. And I think that one of the things, and if I was to do a third packing video, and I'm not going to do one just now, but maybe in the future, in the next few months or next year, one of the things that I would say, and you might find this quite funny, but I was thinking about my packing and what's probably the most important thing that I pack in the summer, especially. And I was thinking, and I've been really thinking about this quite a bit. And I think that the number one thing that I would suggest that you pack is as much underwear as you possibly can. It's in the summer, just because things like t-shirts and shorts and that sort of thing, even in the summer, you can wear them more than once. Pretty much, you could probably wear something 2 times, maybe 3 times. Depends on how sweaty it gets. But a lot of hotels, and this is something that I'm gonna be deep diving into the services of that hotels offer, so that people that travel to Japan have a better idea of what they can expect in hotels in Japan, basically. But hotels in Japan, many hotels in Japan, a lot of hotels in Japan have like this anti sweat spray that like that sort of freshens up your clothes. So you could potentially wear one t-shirt, and then when you get in, spray it, and then wear it again. Obviously it depends on the person, and it depends on how the state of the t-shirt. I'm not saying be a pig or anything, but the number one thing that you cannot do that too is underwear. So even though I'm gonna pack for 2 weeks, I don't even know if I have 2 weeks worth of underwear, to be honest. But I'm gonna basically take all my underwear with me, because that's the thing that slows me down the most. It's the thing that when I run out of underwear, I need to do laundry. It's what forces me to do laundry a lot of the time, and also it's what forces me to go out and buy more underwear. So that is kind of funny, right? Am I renting a car? Yes, I will be renting a car. Fingers crossed. I've got my international permit, and well, my friend has my international permit because she worked in the permit place, so she helped me sort it out. I need to get it from her, but she lives in my apartment block, so it's very very very. Gibraltar's very small, basically, so it's very easy. But I need to sort this out. I need to sit down. I need to figure out where the strategic places for renting a car is, and I think that Okinawa is going to be one of them. Ishigaki, where I'm going, is going to be one of the places that I would like to rent a car. I'd like to rent a car at least twice, maybe. We'll see. Saika, yes. Uniqlo is good. Yes, pretty much all my underwear is Uniqlo. Obviously, when I travel to Japan, my biggest trips are always in the summer, and like I mentioned, like underwear is such a crucial thing with the sweat, with the sun, So a lot of my underwear has ended up being Uniqlo as a result of that. So good to know. Yeah. Just watch my packing videos. I have 2 packing videos, 2 main packing videos, I would say, and I highly recommend that you check those out, just because they will help you get a better idea of my process. But my process, I think I've got it down pretty darn well. Obviously, my problem is that I have so much electronics, and one of the things that I was looking at, but I don't think I can afford it, it's just going to be way too expensive, like $1,500 at least. I was thinking of swapping out my laptop, which is very bulky and actually takes a lot of space, for an iPad Pro that has a USB-C and would allow to, when I film, to basically transfer to a portable hard drive, and that would reduce so much weight. But this trip is gonna be a no-no. I just can't afford that right now. I don't think. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think so. I have a birthday coming up, so maybe I can convince some people to help me out there from my family and stuff. Hey, Jim Ross, thank you so much, dude. Let me add you to my wall. Jim Ross. Arigatou gozaimasu. Will never match Japan for invention. So I just donate to pay for sake or beer because it's hot there. I'll let you use it for ice cream. I'll definitely get ice cream. Only 3 weeks ago, I hate you. Damn, I'm jealous. Go commando. No, because if you go commando, then you can't use those shorts again. That's a problem. That is a problem. It's just under 4 weeks, not quite 3 weeks, just under 4 weeks. So not quite there yet. Thank you so much. All of these super chats and support and everything really is helping me out a lot on this trip. So I appreciate it so much. One of the things that I am really thinking about is trying to get memberships up and running on this channel. And by the way, if you're watching and you're not subscribed to this channel, I am 18 subscribers short from being fully monetized. 18 or 17, something like that. So please help support the channel and subscribe, because once I get to the 1,000 mark, then I will automatically be able to get ad revenue. But one of the things that I definitely want to be doing is setting up some kind of a membership that ties in with all the streams that I do in Japan. Yeah, thank you. One thing I learned is to hand wash clothes in the hotel bathroom sink and dry them in the shower overnight. I don't do that because I've done that before in the past. Obviously, if you're very, very desperate, you can do that. There's no problem. But a lot of hotels have really good laundry services, laundry rooms, I mean, and I try to make sure that I coincide my laundry days with an editing day, or my laundering days with a winding down day. And if possible, I try to do my laundry in a hotel that also has a hot spring or an onsen or whatever, because it means that I can literally put my clothes in the in the washer, basically all my clothes in the washer, and I'm pretty much naked with my robe and go and spend 45 minutes or an hour in an onsen just chilling whilst my clothes are being washed and dried and all that sort of thing. So I've pretty much got it down to a T now. I know what I'm doing pretty well. Thank you, dude. You've given me a gift already. You don't need to give me another gift, but I appreciate it, obviously. Japan, Ichiban, you're so awesome. And I'm gonna open the gift on the hour. The mark. I'm waiting for the hour. So let me just add you there. Check out his Facebook. That's why I put Facebook there. Check out his Facebook. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Ooh, I can like this. Ooh, I didn't know I could like that. Awesome. Guess you'll be going to Uniqlo. I will be going to Uniqlo quite a bit, I'm sure. Oh, dude, thank you. Kampai, let's get those additional 18 subs. Yay! I mean, that's one of the reasons. Thank you so much. Also, let me just add you to the list. But that's one of the reasons that arigatou gozaimasu. It's one of the reasons why also I'm taking this little break from this channel streaming until I go to Japan. Just because I have a backlog of vlogs that I would like to get out on this channel, and that will hopefully help get some of my subscriber count up. Obviously, subscribers don't usually come too much from live streams, believe it or not. They come mainly from videos that you've edited. So I have the series of my Matsuri series that I did last year, and I really want to get those edited. They don't take me too long. They take me about an hour and a half to edit those videos. They're not too long. So the time that I'm spending doing this, I could do that, and hopefully some other things too. So thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Much appreciated. Where were we? Are you subscribed to my second channel, Ninja Monkey, by the way? Did you know I have a second channel, by the way? Nathan says no to going commando. No! I mean, not when you're traveling. Oh, did I read Japan? Japan. Okay, what's the time? We've got 3 minutes and I'll be opening this. 3 minutes, everyone. 3 minutes. I started checking, but it just wasn't going to work out for the style of trip that I was going to do. I appreciate it. I did look into it, but it just wasn't going to work out specifically for the times that I wanted, because I am the kind of traveler that I really look into maximizing my travel time, my days in the location as much as I want, and yeah, it just didn't work out for the way that I wanted to travel. On recent trips, I've been doing laundry in smaller batches more often. The hotel washer dryers don't like big loads. I don't like I say, I don't actually pack too much nowadays. So yeah, Jim is jealous. Well, I can't wait to show you where I go in the next 6 weeks. It's gonna be so much fun. I am a very big tease. I'm just waiting for the on the hour to do that. Yeah, a lot of if you go into like filters, you'll be able to find coin laundry or laundry services or whatever. So let's do the It's very well wrapped, by the way. I have to say, it's very well wrapped. I'm very impressed with the wrapping. I mean, I am not anything as good as this for wrapping, and it's very well taped. Also, am I gonna need to? How the hell am I gonna open this? The process is starting. Okay, it's starting. Yes, it's starting. But I've been told that the box is not the box. So I am opening the box, which is not the box. So I believe that this is not the box. I mean, I would still be happy with a hang rabbit, to be honest. That is pretty cute, to be honest. But I believe that JJI told me that this box is not the box. Michaela wrapped it. I'm terrible at wrapping. Michaela has done an amazing job. Thank you so much, Michaela. Seriously, sorry. I've destroyed your wrapping completely in 2 seconds. But I'm going to wait until the hour mark. I have no idea. I'm really excited. Really excited. Super excited. I've been looking at flights for December for my traditional New Year's trip. Who wants to come and join me for New Year's Eve, by the way? Come and join me for New Year's Eve. We could do something awesome. JJI, you should bring your family for New Year's Eve. The anticipation. Okay, it's time, everyone. Let's see what's in the box. More wrapping. Oh my god, I have no idea what it is. I mean, I've got a few guesses. It could be something Tokyo Banana related. It could be something Shinkansen related. Or it could be something monkey related. Those are my guesses. Or it could be another bandana. I don't know. Ooh. Guys. But before I get to this, I've got another super chat which I need to say hello. I need to write down. Anticipation. I'm becoming a proper YouTuber now, like keeping you on the edge of your seat. Thank you so much, Jeff. Arigatou gozaimasu. It's always lovely seeing you here. Hey Nathan, I'm finally catching a stream for the first time in a little while. No problem. Enjoy your upcoming trip. Get yourself something nice. Thank you so much. I'll be putting that probably towards the excessive amount of data that I'm going to be spending on doing live streams, etc. So I appreciate it, but I'll try and get myself a few beers also. All right, back to the packing, everyone. Packing, sorry. Back to the unwrap. Wait a minute, what's? Uh-oh, it's a gacha. No way. Is it a gacha? It's an empty box. What? OMG. Gotcha. What is it? Yes, I love it. I love it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That is so cool. Let me open it. Let me show you, everyone. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see it. This is my favorite, one of my favorite snacks. I don't know if you can see it, but can you see it? It's funny because because when Alan was in Japan with Michaela, he sent me a picture of him. I think of him eating this, or he sent me a picture of one of them of a packet of these, and I said, "Oh my god, I've run out! I've run out!" And he said, "Shall I send you one?" And I said, "Don't worry, because I'm gonna be in Japan soon, and I'm on a diet before I go to Japan." Basically. And he sent me one, but one that I can't eat, which is fine. Oh, this is so awesome. I don't know. I'm gonna have to put it somewhere. Oh, cool. Okay. These gachas nowadays, they're so... Sarada flavor gacha. I mean, the salad flavor is amazing. By the way, something that I discovered was, you know, these like cars. I'm talking in code today. You know these parking lots that are for, like, the parking lot that is for rest stop. Okay, the rest stop. It's like playing Pictionary here, or charades, giving you clues. Yeah, it was like the rest stops in the motorway in Japan. Well, I discovered a kalbi place that makes this fresh, like freshly made kalbi salada. OMG. Wait a minute, does it make a sound? No. Look at this, dude. And what's this? Wait a minute. Okay, let me just show you the beautifulness of this. I mean, this is not leaving my house because I don't want to lose it ever. I'm not very sure. Okay. Check it out. Da, da, da. It is so awesome in every single way. And the packet brings, I don't know what it brings, but it brings 3 extra. Oh, I need to add 3 extra. Look, it brings 3 little extra chip thingies, which I'm gonna add. I'm trying to whiten my teeth. Does anybody notice a difference? I got myself a whitening kit, which I'm doing every day for 45 minutes like a crazy person. Oh boy. Right, so this goes in here. I think, well, I'm guessing this goes in here. Ooh. And it's complete. Yes! Check it out. I don't know how unbox channels do it, to be honest. Oh no! It's all fallen everywhere. I don't want to lose it. Okay, so this closes, I think. It closes. Does it close? And I'm worried because I don't know what to do now. I don't know how to do it. Oh! So it's now closed. Sorry, this is taking a sweet amount of time because I'm so excited. And now, oh, they've all gone flying. Okay, I'll pick them up now. Thank you, Japan Ichiban. I think this is my first like received thing from a viewer, so much appreciated. Awesome, thank you. And with my new slightly whiter teeth. Wait a minute, there's more things in here. What is there in here? Is there anything else in here? Oh, wait a minute, what? There's a sticker for me to, there's a sticker that if I wanted to, I could add the sticker to it. And an empty sticker. Also, I don't want to lose this. Excelente. And there's a collection. This is now obviously the start of an obsession. Thank you, Japan Ichiban. Now I have the start of a collection, which I need to finish. Okay, let's get back to the chat. Most coin laundries include detergent at no extra charge. That's right. Yeah. The suspense was incredible, right? The reaction was perfect. I hope so. I mean, it was a real reaction. I was so happy. I wasn't expect. I mean, at one point I thought he was going to send me an actual packet of these, but then I saw that it wasn't big enough, so it went out of my mind. You know. Salada flavor gacha, amazing. Jim, did you ever try those when you were in Japan? It's a bit bigger than a normal gacha. It's a special springy open one. Yes, now I've noticed. There's two on the floor, which I'm gonna pick up in a moment. It is very, very, very awesome. They're amazing. And hi everyone, glad you like the present. I love it, Michaela. Arigatou gozaimasu. Seriously, domo arigatou gozaimasu. It's pretty darn cool. I just need to find a way. It's gonna have to go in my you know when I film my videos, I'm gonna have to put it as a Easter egg somewhere. See if you can. Maybe every stream I change it. Every video I change the location, and it's like an Easter egg. Yeah, I figured it out now. Sugoi, it is. No. My apartment is rather minimalist. So let's just say it's quite minimalist. So I will find it. I can see one already on the table in front of me. I can see one on the chair, and I can see the three of them. Is that a value added design for the chips to go flying? That is great. It's like those snake in the can toys from the 90s. Yeah. Projectile Calbee chips. I was so happy when I did the gachapon. I wanted that flavor, and it was the first one that came out. Yay! Awesome. Okay. For those of you who don't know, just give me a moment. I'm gonna get a packet, an official pack, oh yeah, it could be a Christmas tree, but then I need like 30 of those. I need a Calbee Christmas tree. Hey, Tommy Tran, how are you doing? Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. Just give me a second. I'm gonna go to the intro video. I know it's an intro video. Don't worry. I'll be back now. Hey, I'm back. So, this is a Calbee. Obviously, it's empty, and I've washed it, and with the thing at the top, because I want to put this as a display. That's how much I like it. That I kept one, and now I have a baby mini Calbee to go with it. I love it. Mommy or daddy and baby. Yay! Subscribe! What? Does the baby fit in the... What? The baby fits in the mummy. So yeah, so the whole point of cleaning and keeping one was that I wanted to put it in the display somewhere. And these are cool also, I think. Very cool. Arigato. Oh, it's getting hot now. I'm gonna have to put the air conditioning up. Wait a minute. Sorry, it might get a little bit noisy, but it's either this or I can't continue. Ah, let's destroy my freshly whitened teeth with a can of Coke. Kampai. Thank you for the gift. Arigato. Let's see. So Jim, yeah, basically these are packets. It's basically chips. I think in Canada you call them chips. We call them crisps. Well, kind of. They're like potato fries. They're like fries, and they're salad flavored fries, and they come like long. They're delicious, and they're one of my favorite snacks. Every time I go on the Shinkansen, I like buy 2 of those for my ride. So Tommy, how are you doing, by the way? Hey, yeah, everyone, please press the like button. Let's see how we're doing. We've got 10 likes, but we've had, I don't know how many people, but we've had quite a few people. 44 people have watched this so far, and only 11 likes, guys. What? What? Wow. So, have you any of my patrons on here watched my latest patron posts? Use a straw and it will protect your freshly whitened teeth. Yes, that's a good idea, except for I actually bought a straw and I don't know where I put it. I actually specifically bought a straw. Is it in here? And I don't know where I put it. I bought a reusable straw. I'm trying to be as sustainable as I can. And I don't know where I put it. Do I have a place that I'm most excited about visiting on my next trip? Yeah, I think Okinawa, to be honest. Ishigaki. Okinawa has been on my list for quite a few years. And one thing and another, just never did it. A little bit, not expensive, but a little bit out the way, and it can be a little bit expensive. And I decided that this is my 10th year anniversary. This will be my 10-year anniversary trip. So I will be, it's not been 10 years yet, but I believe that July the 28th will be my 10-year anniversary. I have to look back at the date of when I went to Japan, when I arrived in Japan the very first time. So I definitely feel that I'm going to have to do something huge, like some kind of big stream or something to commemorate 10 years of traveling to Japan. And yeah, since in those 10 years I've been wanting to go to Okinawa, and then it got closer to the 10-year mark, and for the 8th year, 9th year, I was like, well, I might as well wait till my 10th year and sort of celebrate part of my 10 year sort of thing. Doing pretty well, just on the lookout on Japan tickets. Yeah, you're just gonna have to look and look and look. Like I said so many times in so many streams and in so many videos, unfortunately, when it comes to flights, you just need to set yourself a realistic target goal of how much you're willing to pay for a flight. It's the only way that you're going to be able to get a ticket. Yes, it might mean that you lose out on a cheaper ticket potentially, but at least you'll have a ticket to go to Japan, before they start soaring and becoming really expensive. I've been looking at a flight for the 26th of December, Boxing Day. We call it Boxing Day here in Gibraltar in the UK. And and at the moment it's just at the level that I'm willing to pay. So I might just do it. But I'm playing with fire because I'm playing with money that I don't have right now. So Money that I know I will have, but hey, thank you, Jim. Thanks for commenting. Obviously, I've been setting up the stream and biting in my teeth, so I haven't been able to look. How many times have I been to Japan? Maybe somebody can answer that question. I really not very sure. Maybe traveling with Lynn, maybe 27 times. I don't know. I think last year was my 20 or 21st flight last summer. Then I went in October, or maybe even more. I've just lost count. I've actually lost count, to be honest. I've totally lost count. I'd have to go back to a video where I did count and I said it was 20 and count how many I've been since. But I mean, I think, does anybody remember? You might be able to remember better than me how many times I've been to Japan. I mean, I was in Japan in July and August last year. I went to Japan for New Year's. I went to Japan in February. I went to Japan in July and August, and I went to Japan in October. Then I went to Japan again in December. I went in April, and I'm going again. So that's 7 times. I think probably 26 or 27 times. I'd be quite close to that sort of number. Okinawa looks great. Inexpensive flights from Osaka. Yes. I think I've paid that to get from Okinawa to Osaka. Maybe 30, 40, 50 pounds. Maybe 8,000 yen or something. Quite good. But it depends, because I'm going to Ishigaki. And Ishigaki Island is kind of highly sought after. It's a little bit further over. It's part of the Okinawa island, but it's not the main island. It's like a tiny island, which is supposed to be, you know, all those photos and videos that you see of the gorgeous white sand and the tropical sort of like landscape and the really, you know, tropical blues in the seas. Those are all pretty much Ishigaki and the little islands that are speckled around there, not specifically the main island of Okinawa. So that's where I'm going. Kazumi, hi Nathan, missed the live chat, no problem, but want to say again for your navigating trains video was next level. Super well done. Arigatou gozaimasu. I calculated 100 hours into that video. It's not performing greatly, but I am hopeful that it will pick up. I do honestly think that is my best work that I've ever done in a video. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you think there's another piece of content that I've created that's better than that. Please let me know. But I did put a lot of attention to detail, a lot of thought, as Japan will know. I showed him the checklist of all the shots I wanted to film before I even went to Japan. So even though that video doesn't have as many views as I would have hoped it would have had by this stage, I'm happy I put it together. It's a passion project, and one that is as a result of many questions from it's a video I've made for my audience, and it's a bonus obviously if it gets a wider audience watching it. But I made it for you guys. A lot of you people asked me, do you have a train guide? Do you have a Tokyo train guide? It's a recurring question, and I set out to be honest, I set out to make a train guide that's better than anything that I'd seen out there, using the experience, my personal experience of traveling Japan and Tokyo. And I tried to cut out all the fluff. I tried to cut out all the things that are unnecessary, and I tried to explain things as simply as I could. And I think that I managed to do that. I did, and I don't normally do this, but I did watch 3 or 4 or maybe 5 train guides from other creators before making it. Well, not before, but whilst I was editing it, and I set out to just make it better, and hopefully I have. I don't know. You could be the judge. Traveling with Lynn. Wow. Oh, we got Boxing Day in Australia as well. Awesome. And instead of hachimaki, maybe you can wear haramaki and fundoshi. Why? Why? This is awesome. I'm thinking about a late December, early January trip. Yay, that would be awesome. So if there's a meetup, might tip the balance. I've been invited to a wedding in Belgium in mid-July, just trying to figure out if I can do it. Wow. Well, Jim, I mean, at the moment I don't have the means, but I'm gonna sit down and look at my budget and look at things like that. Next week, not this weekend, not this Friday, but next Friday, I will be in London. I will be flying in London for the weekend, Friday to Sunday. For those of you who don't know, I live in Gibraltar. Gibraltar is the most peculiar, unique, strange sort of territory that you'll ever come across. It's a little overseas British territory, a peninsula that's one of the smallest territories in the world. And we have an airport with direct flights to Manchester, to Heathrow, and to Gatwick. So with multiple flights a day, flying to London from Gibraltar takes about 3.5 hours. Sorry, takes 2.5 hours, roughly 2.5 hours. So it's a very, very easy flight for us to get to London. I'm going to be getting the flight, I think it's at 3 p.m. And because of the time change, I'll be in central London at 5 p.m. I'm not going to be taking any checked luggage. It's going to be hand luggage, and I'm going to go and watch Spirited Away in the West End. So hopefully I'll meet some friends on Friday evening, and then I'll have a little bit of chill time on Saturday during the day, and then in the evening I'll meet some other friends that I'm going to be doing the show, and then on the Sunday morning I return back, and then on Monday I work. So if you travel a lot and buy something that is tax-free, it's very funny watching the store clerk sifting through your passport to find the appropriate entrances form. Yeah, that is so true. However, I now just give it to them and I pointed it. So, but yeah. Why don't you just move to Japan if that's the case? Because there's a difference between living in Japan and traveling to Japan, I guess. JJI, indeed. The navigation video was freaking fantastic. Thank you so much, Saika. So much. Like I said, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of that video. I am hopeful and I'm quite positive that it will take a little bit of time and that maybe it will eventually start picking up. I probably will change the thumbnail in the next few days. I thought the thumbnail was okay, but maybe I need to study the thumbnail a little bit more and see what happens. Yeah, basically. The Tokyo subway and train video is an evergreen video. Yes, it's always be great and so damn thorough. Yeah, that's basically the idea. Is I'm trying to, as Japan has said a few times whenever I post a video, I'm trying to be as evergreen as I can possibly be. My update videos do well, but only for a week or two, and then they sort of die off because they're update videos. But I want to make content that's evergreen, that can live on YouTube for 4 years, 5 years, whatever. And that's what I'm trying to do. Speaking of white sand beaches, I've settled on 9 days in Shirahama, Wakayama for my November trip. Anyone been? I've been to Wakayama. I don't think I've been to Shirahama, unfortunately, so I won't be able to help you with that. But I will go. You'll have to donate for those types of pictures. Did it rain a lot in your end of October, early November trips? No, it did not rain at all whilst I was there. Very, very lucky. It's a great video. I think it'll have legs in the long run. Yeah, I mean, as a content creator, you can't but look at the how something is doing in the short run. Even when I post a video, I refresh the first 2 hours to see how it's doing. And sometimes I send a message to Japan, this is doing horrible. You know, it's underperforming. But in reality, I think you need to understand that if it's evergreen, you shouldn't worry too much, because that video will eventually reach some, will eventually grow. So yes, please press the like button, everyone. Tomorrow my mission is to try and get Pokemon Cafe tickets. I'm gonna see if I can talk to one of my work colleagues to see if I can have at least 10 minutes without having to do work and actually trying to do it on my phone. We'll see. It might be impossible. The type of work that I have, this is the bad thing. Questions. So when going to Okinawa, are you spending any time in Naha? No. I am going to Ishigaki. Let me see if I can. Ishigaki. I want to show you where I'm going. So, I'm just gonna do this. Just to show you how far how far I'm going. Right, can I paste it in here? Nope. Capture. Can I now put it in there? All right. So, okay, so you will be able to see Kagoshima at the top, and you can see Naha, and Ishigaki is all the way down on the bottom left, pretty much the very last island in the chain of Okinawa. So my answer is no, I won't be in Naha. I'll be very remote, but I'm looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it. Living in Japan versus touring Japan. Being a regular visiting tourist has a lot of benefits indeed. It does have a lot of benefits. I mean, I think that I've always said this, I wouldn't mind trying to spend a longer amount of time in Japan, maybe a year. After speaking to one of my friends who moved to Japan, they said to me that their initial idea of moving to Japan versus what actually happened was very different. Mainly because what happens is, at the moment, I don't want to say I live for Japan, but at the moment I work and I save my money to pretty much go to Japan, right? So that's my cycle. I work, I'm here at home, I visit my family, I have my friends here, I have my family, my nephew, my niece, and all that kind of thing, and we're quite a close family. And then I go off for 6 weeks to Japan, or for a week in Japan, or whatever, right? And basically, if you live in Japan, what happens a lot of the time is that it turns the other way around. You're working in Japan and you end up saving all of your money to go and visit your family. And you end up not using your vacation time to explore Japan, but you use your vacation time most of the time to try and visit your family. So the tables are turned, things are different. And I think that the way that I have it, my setup at the moment works very, very well. I have a job where I can spend a considerable amount of time in Japan. I could actually spend up to nearly 8 weeks in the summer if I wanted to, but I'm spending 6. Then in October I can spend a week. In December I can spend around 2 weeks. If I wanted to, in February I could spend a week. In April I could spend a week, and then again in the summer I could spend up to 8 weeks. So you can see the pattern here. Whilst at the same time I have my friends, I have my family, and yeah, it's just different. Better is a subjective term. Yeah, I mean, some people, yeah, yeah. What do you feel like the added benefits are for being a regular visiting tourist? I think I mentioned it right now. The benefits are um, that you do as a tourist have this tourist card, which I don't really use anymore. I know the customs and the culture quite well, but you can get away with things as a foreigner in Japan. Um, I think as a tourist you get to explore a lot more. When you speak to people who live in Japan, and I speak to a lot of people who live in Japan that are expats and foreigners. I go to many meetup events. I go to all sorts of events whilst I'm in Japan, or I'm invited to events or whatever. And the majority of the people that I speak to don't leave Tokyo because they're working in Tokyo, and it can be expensive to travel, as a foreigner in Japan. So yeah, I think that when you are living in a country, you become comfortable. You make circles of friends in a certain city, and you tend to do less things. But that's what happens everywhere, really. You can probably see downtown Taipei. Do you think so? I don't think so. That would be pretty cool, though. Wages are a big thing for me. Japan has completely lower wages compared to the UK. And unless you work for a British firm, I can name. I'm not going to name people specifically, but I know of at least two or three people who are either working in Japan or have worked in Japan, and with an international company. A friend of mine is a researcher, a doctor, and she works. I'm not going to say where she works, but she works for an international pharmaceutical company. Let's just say a big one, a British one, and she has the exact pay, the exact terms. She has family friendly flexi hours, all that kind of thing, and she's paid at the same rate as a UK in Japan. So you could, in theory, find some ways of getting a good pay in Japan through international companies. I know that is exists. Yeah, lower living costs definitely compared to Europe, right? Moving to Japan sounds scary. I mean, it intrigues me. It does intrigue me, the thought of, like, I mean, at the moment, the way that I see it, I am single. For all you ladies out there, I am single, and I've always thought there's nothing other than me traveling to Japan and loving Japan as a tourist. It's nothing that keeps me there. But if I ever met somebody, and that would all change, obviously, things change when you're in a relationship, and all of a sudden you do think of, hey, I'm gonna go to Japan, I'm gonna live there, whatever. But yes, exactly, living in Japan with UK hours, holidays, and pay is a dream. Well, I know a few people that do that. I toyed with the idea of moving after I retired to Japan, just thinking visiting frequently seems to be more fun. Yeah, John, unfortunately, Japan is one of the few countries that does not have a retirement visa. It will be very, very difficult to retire to Japan, unfortunately. Um, Very, very, very difficult. Unless you have a lot of money, which if you do, then well done. You deserve it. My mate used to work for Sony Japan on loan from Sony UK with UK salary, UK holidays, etc. Yeah, and I had a friend that worked for a accountancy firm, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and they were from Gibraltar, and they were shipped to Tokyo, and they basically lived got paid, got the same vacation, everything exactly the same, but in Tokyo. Unfortunately, my friend did not leave Roppongi. I kid you not. My friend, I mean, this was before I was into Japan, so I think I would have forced him to do other things, and I would have probably have met him and dragged him. But my friend lived in Tokyo for I think 2 years in Roppongi and pretty much did not leave Roppongi, if you can believe me. Doing 2-3 months trips each year is as good as living there and maybe better. Maybe. I mean, if you could wanted to do it like that. But yeah. I visited my friend in Japan who was staying for language study for a year. He seemed a bit lonely over there. I think when it comes to meeting people, this is what I love about the Discord and the Ninja Monkey community. If you're not part of the Discord, guys, get on the Discord already. I mean, it's a great resource. It's becoming an even better resource the more people that go on there. People come on to ask questions. If I don't have the answers, somebody else will have it. You know, JJI or Clay or whatever will have will have the or somebody else will have the answer, which is great. Sometimes I answer questions and people have better answers than me, and they butt in and they say, "Hey, do it this way instead. I've done it." And I don't know everything, so that's the other reason that you should be part of the Discord. But I think that one of the strongest benefits of being part of the Discord community, the Ninja Monkey community, is the fact that you can always reach out for potential help if you needed it. Or if you're lonely, you could potentially set up a meetup or ask to have a drink with someone. If Dying Goal is there with one of our viewers, he will 100% meet you and give you the best night of your life. So that was the whole point. Originally, the Discord was a place to help people plan the trips, which is what I want my channel to be. I want my channel to be the best Japan travel planning channel. And that's what I'm aiming for. Have a long way to go, but or initially that's what the Discord was, but I think it's becoming more and more of a crutch, of a place where you can feel safe in Japan, because you know that potentially if something happens, maybe hopefully somebody can help you out from the Discord because they're also traveling in Japan. I think when we retire, we'll do 3 to 6 months a year in Japan and the rest here in the UK. I would like to do that. I mean, the thing is, it's all well and good to talk about retirement, but you just never know what's going to happen in life. So I try not to make those sort of plans, but I like the idea of something similar to that. Sony is an extremely good company. Cool. I don't know anybody who's worked for Sony, but that's good to know. One of my buddies was working in Fukuoka City from Liverpool. Met one of the OL in the office. They married. They have a little girl. They just moved back to Edinburgh a couple of years ago. Nice, cute. Oh boy, not living Roppongi. Exactly, right? I mean, that's the thing. When you work in a company and you find an expat community and you all go to the same pub and you meet up in the same pub. And you know what British people, Alan, what British people are like with a pub. They're people of habit. I'm a person of habit. Not really wrong. It's crazy. That fish and chips isn't that good. Indeed. I'll have to start over more on Discord. Yeah, definitely. The digital nomad visa is a disaster. You could live in Japan and work in the UK or the USA for 6 months or so. I hear getting an apartment for the term as a foreigner is difficult. Yeah. Do you perhaps know of any activities to do in Osaka outside of like the top 10? I'm going for around 40 days and have 2 empty days in Osaka. Oof. I think that one activity is just simply getting lost and walking and seeing what you end up. But I would suggest, and I'm gonna shout out my friend Little Bit of Japan. He's a travel YouTuber. He's based out of Kyoto and Osaka, and he does tours by car. So you might want to reach out to him potentially for a tour, because he'll be able to extend your trip, or take you to places that are off the beaten path or not the top 10. That will be my recommendation when you get to that point. Retirement certainly opens up more options. Yeah. Let's see. I think for Osaka there is Nishinoshima Museum, which is very good, across the street from Lutheran Church, and nearby is a historical museum. There's always, I mean, Osaka is a great city also. I mean, it's just not my sort of vibe, but I always end up spending time there, and I always have a good time, so I don't know why I complain. You could do day trips from Osaka also. That's the other thing. Shimano Bike Museum, Osaka Museum of Housing and Living. Interesting. Thank you so much. Anyway, on my website, www.ninjasaru.com, you will find, basically you will find links to my affiliate. So if you want pocket Wi-Fi, or you want to book a tour with Klook, you can do it via that. But there's also links to all of my YouTube friends, including Japan Ichiban. So, and including a little bit of Japan. I've gone tired. I've gone a bit tired now. Ooh. So yeah, if you guys have any thoughts on membership ideas, like I've mentioned this a few times, but I would like to set it up before I go to Japan. I think it would be quite cool to have some memberships for the Japan trip, for when I'm live streaming, etc. I have so much still to set up. This is the long weekend in Japan Ichiban. Do you also have the Monday bank holiday? Because we celebrate the King's birthday on Monday, and I'm not very sure if you also celebrate the King's birthday on Monday, or if it's just a Commonwealth random thing that we do. Hey Mark G, we're about to end the stream, but welcome to Happy Gaijin. I hope you're a happy Gaijin today. Starting to like Osaka a lot more friendly experiences for me. I feel nice. Yay. Yay, don't forget to hit the like button. Very important. We're at 18 likes. What the heck? How can we be at 18 likes with quite a few people watching? Huh? I mean, we have 28 viewers, which is similar to what I get on Ninja Monkey. Well, I get more Ninja Monkey, but still, it's pretty good for Happy Gaijin. It's sort of tempting to stay streaming, but I have so many things to do, guys. So many things to do. Like planning my trip to Japan, says the professional Japan travel planner. We don't have that bank holiday here, Nathan. No, seriously, you don't have a King's birthday bank holiday. That's crazy. Month, maybe May, Rider. May might be a relatively quiet month, I would say. I'm going to a fancy Japanese teppanyaki restaurant in Winnipeg. Ooh, Manitoba called Ichiban, but no Japan included. Not the same as a real thing in Japan, but we will make do. Close it will have to do. Yeah, I mean, just make the best of these experiences when you're outside of Japan, I would say. Been working in the garden during the evening, have to finish a wall. Oh, it's become dark, I see. I see. I've traveled in February, as Japan Ichiban is pointing out, January, February. I've traveled in February, and I quite enjoyed my trip in February. I think I've done it twice before in February. I love teppanyaki too. I went to teppanyaki in London, and it was nothing. It was not authentic at all. It was like a show for tourists. But hey, it was quite delicious, actually. Another day, another planning next trip to Japan. This is what we're all here for. Boy, oh boy. Yes. Wow, guys, it's been a long stream for Happy Gaijin. I don't normally stream this long. I guess that maybe because I started at an earlier time than I've been previously. Hmm. Wish me luck for the Pokemon Cafe tickets tomorrow. Uh, fingers crossed. Wish me luck, please. Anyway, guys, I think I am going to start wrapping things up. But I do want to say a big thank you to Jim Ross for his super chat earlier on. Japan, Japan. Also thank you so freaking much for this awesome, awesome, epic gift that I received in the post that I am super excited about. I just put them both together. The original versus the gacha version, which I love. It's freaking cool. Thank you, Michaela. Obviously, when I mentioned Japan, it's like the commun. It's like the joint Michaela and Alan. Arigato gozaimasu. Saika, thank you for your support also. And Jeff, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad that you were able to make a stream. It's always nice to see you, and I really appreciate your support. Like I said, making content is becoming a little bit of a, not a chore, but it's becoming a little bit of work, hard work. So this really helps out in respect of making content. So much appreciated. Let's see some of the last sort of messages. Yeah, going to Japan definitely ruins food outside of Japan. That is so freaking true. So true. You're very welcome. Thanks so much for the gifts. Thanks so much for your moderating. And thanks to Philippe also for your moderating today too. Yay, Spirited Away. I've been watching, I might even watch it now in the background. I've watched it like 4 times in the last 2 weeks. Just bits and pieces of it. And I've been going down the rabbit hole of like the mythology behind Spirited Away and reviews of Spirited Away. Just so that I can be well prepared. You're very welcome, Mark G. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure indeed. On that note, thanks everyone. As I always say, what do I always say? How do I end my videos? This is a test. Write it down. How do I end all of my videos? Good morning, Stephen. I'm about to end. Well, I'm ending, and I'm asking everyone, hey, Michaela, how do I end my videos on my streams? What do I say? Nobody knows? Oh, that's disappointing. I thought that after quite a few years, people would know what I say at the end of every single video. Maybe people don't watch at the very end of the video. But I say, thanks for watching, stay positive, and be